Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. Dow is down 2.60%, Nasdaq down 3.43%, S&P down 3%, and Russell going down 3.22%. And here's 11 sectors and pretty much everything in deep red today. And look at here on bottom, communication services down over 3.5%. Same thing goes for technology, real estate, and then we got financial, consumer cyclical, and first day of the week. And you can see, everything just got decimated today. And what we got here on stock market map, we got red everywhere here on stock market map. We got Tesla down 4%, Amazon down 4%, Meta down 2.5%, Google down near 5%. Same thing goes for Apple. It was down actually 10%. Microsoft also going down 3.27%. Nvidia down over 6%. Big banks, smaller banks, all are down, even healthcare. And if you look at energy, that is also down on the day. On Triple Q, it's down near 3%, so it was down actually 5%. And I did not play this one, but I did play SPY ETF, and that was a fantastic trade. I think it went over 1,000%, but I got out for 400%. That was one trade, but look at this move, guys. Now, I've been up since, I think, 2:33 a.m. this morning. Looking at the market, it was down about 5%, waiting for market to open, especially pre-market at 4 a.m. and then more at 7 a.m. so I can buy stuff. But I actually did not buy anything until 7 a.m. where things actually settled and market came down a bit more. And those were shares that I bought, and everything that I bought today, guys, up until right now, everything is green. Now, what happened recently since the market dumped, and especially what happened in Japan, market dumped like what, 13% or something like that? This is not Japan. And yes, we can go down, but when you see things are oversold, look at the volume today, guys. Huge. And look at this candle. Even though we're down on the day, it was getting extremely oversold. And look at this support level right here that I have, 420, 488. Look at the bounce off of that level, came back up not only over 432, and we actually came back up and almost closing this gap today, guys. High for the day, 442.29. And what's unfortunate, and I know a lot of you guys are new to this market and looking at these videos like, hey, crash is here. I got a comment yesterday, somebody saying, oh, everything dumped, black swan. No, nothing dumped significantly to call black swan or anything or crash, and you're just making things up. If you call this a crash, 10-15% correction, just a small dip, this is not a crash. Look at this weekly time frame. You think this is actually a crash? Come on, this is crash. We're not even retesting previous all-time highs right here, which is near 408, 409 right here. So even if Qs come all the way down to 408, 409, that would be just a retest of previous all-time highs, nothing else. And you can see how actually this works out. All-time high, we got a nice pullback, 254, and look at the move right here, guys. If you actually start from here all the way up to 503, you'll see we're actually up a ton right now. So yes, we can afford even a bigger pullback. And I was hoping for a 10% correction later. Maybe we get a 10% down day on Nasdaq 100. But obviously there is so many buyings. Things did not actually hold down for too long. Went back up, not green, but you can see my point here. 423 and now trading at 435. Got up to 442 and you're calling this a crash? Look at the volume here. Do you think that is a signal of a crash? I don't think so. So, don't look into this stuff. You're gonna miss out making money. This morning, one of the biggest opportunity we had, retail traders, investors, to pick up the dip. I'm not even talking about going long, guys. Just a day trade. Things are oversold. Qs down 5%. Just pick up the dip and see if this market can actually make you money. I see a lot of people, when the market is going up, well, they're ready to chase. But when market is coming down, oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I blew all my money up. I can't buy anymore. I don't have the money. Market is crashing. Why would I buy here? I'm gonna buy at 250 here on Qs. It's not happening at this moment. And whenever that happens, you can buy it. And we absolutely, people that actually took my call out in my Discord, my Patreon members, we crushed it today. And if we had the money, anything that you put in here today on a day trade, that is a massive amount you could have walked out with. And that is why these dips, we need them. People don't get it. Dips are money making opportunity. It's telling you, hey, this is a dip. This is a good dip right here. Huge, down day in one day. And if you can catch at least a 2% move to the upside, I'm not even talking about the next 3% that we actually read on the day. Just 2%, you're gonna make over 400% on that. And that is exactly what I did on SPY ETF. 0 DTs, same day expiration calls when in the money. I mean, 400%. So you can see, if we're putting out 50,000, just count 50,000 times, 4 times. What are you making? 100,000, 400%. How much money you're making? And these are just like decent examples. People are putting out 500,000, even more than that. And all you need 10-15 minutes. And this is exactly what happened today. Not only I picked up Apple calls, did pick up SPY calls, did pick up Nvidia shares, Tesla shares, UPST, you name it. I mean, there is so many that I picked up today. It's not even on my Patreon group. Went shopping and did buy a lot of things, and a lot of things are green. Almost 99% of what I actually picked up today are green. And all I can do is just put a stop loss at break even. Easily I can get out or take profit right now. And if things go back up tomorrow, yes, we could see, these positions paying or possibly going and bringing my money and, getting my money double here on these positions. So crash is not here, guys. What market is telling us, like, hey, this is an opportunity. Whenever market sells off, we get a good correction here in the market, people panic. And right now, fear and greed index, extreme fear, right? So people are running for the door. And this is where I come in and I buy the dip. Now, yesterday, like I said, X, before it was Twitter, right? People are posting like, oh, crash is here, black swan. Oh, Japan is down 13%. So what? Why are you panicking so much? Japan is down 13%. Who gives a thing about Japan? We need a dip here in this market. And if that happens, that is good for retail traders, investors to buy them dips. Now, if you're chasing up here and you're all bull right here, you're not going to like my video because you're obviously holding a bag right up here. And I'm not in for that. I don't like buying at the top. I've been calling it before that this is not an idea, where you can start going long, especially when the market is grinding and going higher. And now if there is a pullback, well, everyone is taking credit. And guess what? Even though they're taking credit, they're not saying, hey, this is actually a good dip. And I'm the guy who's telling you, like, I said it this morning, this is actually a good dip. Anything you buy today, you're going to get paid. And anything that you picked up, if you did, any one of you guys out there, you got paid big amount of money. We saw significant bounce within 10-15 minutes. I'm not talking about going long. Just a day trade idea on this dip. Your money could have doubled, tripled, quadrupled. Anything was possible, and mine actually did. So that is why, I'm putting the words out, guys. Whenever there is a dip, you got to get it. And if you get it at the right time, you're going to make money out of it. But if you panic and then market hitting all-time highs and now like, shit, I missed it. Let me just go long here. This is where all your money can be wiped out. From this market, by this market, you're going to get wiped out. And a lot of people actually got wiped out going long at the top. And now, it's just a chasing game. Now they're trying to actually short the market right here. And I'm not shorting the market. Absolutely not. Market can go down another 5-10% or maybe even more. I'll still not be shorting this market only if I see a good opportunity, a bounce, and I see that market actually not breaking the downtrend to the upside. Then yes, that is going to be the opportunity where I'll be shorting. Nvidia puts that I've been holding 2026 expiration, still holding up over 100% on that play. Still holding. Why? That is actually a trade that I have. That is actually a hedge, because now I'm up a ton and Nvidia comes down more, I can make that 200%. And in case some of my other positions, they get lost or they get beaten down by this market, well, I'm making my money elsewhere. Now, a lot of people, they go all in on calls or all in on puts, and that is what you never want to do. You want to spread out, your positions. You want to put your money in different baskets. You don't want to put everything in one, like, just calls, buying the dip, or even just shorting the market. You have to understand where the market is going and how the market is playing, and that's how you can make money in this market. And this is exactly what I did. One of the biggest trade that I had in a while, it was today because of this crash. Now, a lot of people, they actually, what they did, they shorted this morning, like pretty much into opening, like, oh, this is a crash. Now Japan went down 13%, we might be going down another 5%. And guess what? Market caught them really badly, especially shorting into this hole, pretty much a strong support, and market went higher. So what's next for tomorrow, guys? Yes, things are getting extremely oversold now. So yes, shorting, new money short, you have absolutely no opportunity here. But yes, you can take a risk, and if you do that, well, you can lose a ton of money. Look at all these gaps on top. We actually came down, filling some of these gaps to the downside here on Qs, and now there is a gap at 407. So yes, this thing can go down a bit more. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying market is all bullish, but opportunity was there to make money. So going into tomorrow's session, 420, 488, strong support to watch. Underneath that level, 413, and then this gap, 407. To the upside, Qs can actually hold 440 right here. We can break 440, can hold 440 as a support. We might see this gap getting filled at 444, and over that level, watch out for a move up to 449 to 450. This previous all-time high, and then we can talk about possibly this gap getting filled at 456. So right here, I want to show you guys play of the day. And this is not the only thing that I bought, but I did share this early in the morning. I mean, you can see, it's 9:18 a.m. Apple's calls at opening 210 strike. And guess what, guys? Apple's still near 210. Got in at 197, and this thing rallied back up to 210 plus. And this was a massive trade. Now, you will say like, okay, this is your calls. What about, puts you're talking about here? And yes, Apple puts, we actually held through a lot of pain on Apple. And look at today, guys. Apple, I'm going to go back and you'll see right here. And you can see Apple puts, I've been adding and holding my position and not really going anywhere. 190 puts. And even this one came back from dead. And this thing paid a lot of money. So all these trade ideas, and I'm only sharing like these two right here. We actually had puts that we actually sold this morning. And then right here, daily trade ideas. That is actually just a day trade idea. That was a swing trade I showed you guys on puts. And the calls went through the roof. So all these trade ideas, and especially if you're serious about trading, guys, this is it right here. Check out that link down below in the description for Patreon. On SPY ETF, it's down almost 3%. So when I saw SPY ETF early in the morning, opening right, did not even look. 511, I think, where I saw this, and I got calls. 520, same day expiration. After a few minutes, went over 400%. I think it was like 1000%. I didn't even check later on where this thing went, but when I got 400%, I was out. And you can see this is a big move from 511, 510 up to 523. That is a huge move. I mean, within just few minutes, if you go back and look at like 30-minute or maybe 1 hour chart, and you will see how quickly we actually went back up. I mean, look at the volume here, guys. Volume speaks for itself right here. So now, what's next right here on SPY ETF? Well, We did close one of these gaps down here, I think at around a 512, I believe it was right here. And now there is a gap at 505.89, and we did not actually close over 520. So that is kind of bearish in the short term, and things are not looking good. But you don't want to be shorting this market right here. Look at this Bollinger Band sitting at 526, lower Bollinger Band on SPY, and the SPY ETF itself trading at 517. So do the math. Would you be shorting here or going long, or maybe been day trading or swing trading right here? I think the best opportunity, day trade as long as the support can hold. And if you want to swing overnight, maybe some calls, maybe even some shares. But if this support gives up right here, then get out and try to buy back at a later time. Now, going into tomorrow's session, you can see 510 was a strong support, and I got it right here, guys. I mean, these levels, they were here from before. I did not pick these levels today. And you can see exactly at 510, we bounced off of that level, went back up to 520 plus, came back, and now trading right here at 517. So we do have resistance at 520, over that 524.78, and then this gap 528.60. These are gonna be upside resistant here on SPY ETF. To the downside, underneath 520, there will be strong support at 510, and then watch out for this gap down here, 505.89, and from there we might be going down and retesting previous all-time highs, and that is right here, guys, 480 to 482. And even SPY ETF gets all the way down here, that is still a bull market. It's not crashing, we're just retesting weekly, monthly breakout right here on SPY ETF on S&P 500. On Dow Jones, it's down 2.60%, and this one also getting a bounce off of this level 384 and now trading at 386. So not much going on right here on Dow Jones, and it's not down that much like SPY ETF or even Qs. So watch out, 384, that's going to be your line in the sand, and to the upside, we might be going back up and retracing lower Bollinger Band, and that would be a resistance to watch, 390. Over that, we have this gap from today, 393.56, and we can clear that and clear this 50 SMA, then watch out for a move back up to 400. Until then, 384, that's gonna be a line in the sand, and if that gives up, more dump off down to 376 and possibly even 367. And this one is nowhere near oversold, so definitely, I mean, it can come down a bit more. On IWM, it's down over 3%, and look at this mess today. I mean, this thing came down, closing the gap, and look at this gap that we opened today. Huge gap from last 2-3 days, one at 215, one at 207. So IWM looks like, if you look at this right here, guys, holding this breakout as a support right here so far around 198 to 200. So here on IWM, as long as you can stay above 200, watch out for a move up to 207. And after filling this gap, possibly holding this 50-day moving average as a support, we might see a move up to 215. Until then, this is going to be a critical level to watch, retesting weekly breakout at 200 to 198. But soon as that gives up and this thing actually comes under that 200 level, you're going to see a lot more selling. And we do have unfinished business down here on IWM, and that can come into play later on if this thing actually dumps and the market continues to dump even more from here. Then watch out, there might be more downside underneath 200 on IWM. On VIX, is up 65%. So now you guys can see, we talked about it in my last video and the ones I made before on stock market, that lots of calls coming in for 45, and look at this expansion from these Bollinger Bands squeezing VIX here, and look at this expansion move to the upside now, 65 plus, pulling back, and so far, I mean, look at this gigantic green candle, guys. I mean, this is unbelievable right here on VIX. Now, you can see this thing actually came under 48, so now there will be strong support near 30 bucks, and it's getting really extremely overbought. So if there is a pullback, there will be a relief rally in the market, and that is why when you see VIX popping like this, usually, I mean, it's just technicals, nothing else. I'm not doing anything else. When this thing is getting this much overbought in just a matter of couple hours, things will pull back. And how much this thing pulled back, I mean, you guys can see it. You guys can do the math. And that is why I actually bought the dip, and I think that was a great opportunity to make money today, and I did absolutely crush this market, buying all them dips before opening and even after buying calls and killing it, because you cannot get these opportunities every day. 5% down day last few months, things were not coming down. A lot of people, they were crying for a dip, and now there is a dip. Now I see comments like black swan and crash and all that crap. No, this is not a crash. Market telling you stop flipping burgers and buy the dip and make the money, because either you flipping burgers, going and working for someone, or this market will pay you a lot of money. And if you did that today, you can see technicals, they always work. When I said market is getting extremely overbought, we have not seen that before. Things are just going higher and higher. At one point, you're gonna think like, let's buy this dip, and market will just come down even more. And you can see since then, I mean, you can buy them dips, but it was just coming down more and more. And today was the chance to buy that dip, because it was down 5%, over 5% in just one day. Easily we can see 1 to 2%, a move back up to the upside, and we did that absolutely today. And that was a money making opportunity. But who knows, this might be the bottom in the short term, or we can even sell off more and things can go up here on VIX and the market can come down more. So these are just opportunities for you to grab. But if you're not grabbing at the right time and then chasing or shorting the market into the hole, obviously nobody can help, not me, not anybody out there on YouTube, and you're just gonna lose money, because your entry and exit are horrible and you're just exiting or entering anything anytime. Now VIX, like I said, if there is a pullback down here around 30, watch out for that. That's gonna be a strong level. Now if this thing breaks and holds over 48 again, we might go back up to 51, 57. I mean, this thing, you can see, I mean, these levels I did not change in last since bear market 2022. So it's been a while where this thing actually was over 30 bucks. So tomorrow I'll have more clear levels on VIX, and as of right now, I mean, it's nowhere near 30, so I'm not even worried about VIX getting crushed and getting under 30 tomorrow. I mean, it can, but I mean, you can see this thing is up still a ton. So VIX comes down a little bit more, there might be a relief rally in the market, so just watch out for that, guys. So not gonna talk about too much here on dollar, and you can see, I mean, it does not matter what the dollar is doing. Bear flag playing out and now barely holding this critical support 102.61, and it's getting a bit oversold. We got a hammer type candle today. So let's see if this thing bounces back up tomorrow over 103, and only if that happens, you will see 103.58 and then 104.48. Underneath this level 102.61, this thing can flush all the way down to flat 100. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I know this video is gonna be a little bit longer. And guys, those likes, 100 plus likes on those videos, greatly appreciate that, and I hope this video can get 100 plus likes again. And if you're there watching my videos and not subscribed to my channel, definitely do that so we can go past 10,000 subscribers this month.